Hello YouTube, this 1984 Terminator here, and today I've got a little bit different of a video for you guys. I'm doing a book review, and that review is on David Baldacci's Simple Genius. This is book 3 of the King and Maxwell series. Preceding this was Split Second and Our Game. And I will say this, it's good to read this series in order because some things that happen, or some of the emotional trauma that Michelle is going through in this book as a result of something that happened in Our Game. So that's why it's good to read the series in order so you can get that full story. I will not spoil what this book is about for those of you who have not read it yet, but the characters in here are obviously King and Maxwell. Michelle Maxwell being a former Secret Service agent and a martial artist, and she can kick somebody's ass if she wants to, and also she she's got a, she's a strong female character, which I like, and her and Sean King, who is a strong male character as well. He's the investigative type. He's the one that like pokes and prods and asks the questions, and he's the one that pisses people off. He's the one that pisses off people that don't necessarily want King to be there. But then again, there are people that he doesn't piss off that work with King and Maxwell. So there is that too. Another character in here is Horatio. I'm not going to spoil what his role is in regards to Michelle, but I will say this: he is Sean King's friend. There's a 11-year-old autistic girl in here. She goes by the name of Vigi. There's a character in here named Ian, Champ, Alicia, and I believe Victoria or something like that. It's hard to remember her name. But I'm not going to spoil what their roles are in here. And also, I will say this: just when you think that Baldacci paints a clear picture of who the villain is in this book, he turns around like he turns it on its head later on in the book, and then come to find out they're not the villain, and then who you thought wasn't the villain ends up being the villain. Which I really like. I really like that kind of plot twist. And I will say this as well, that one of the one of the plot threads involving two of the characters in this book carry over into the main story a little bit. And it's also a 530-page book. It might seem like a lot, but to me it flew by because the chapters were so short. Because the chapters were short and they were intense and there was a lot going on. For like the first half of the book, there's Sean King's perspective with what he's doing investigating the murders, and then Michelle Maxwell's point with what's going on with her. So yes, and there's a lot more to the story than just the murders and what's going on with Michelle. So so there is that too. But and there was action in here, there was intrigue, there was, like I said, plot twists. That's what you want in a thriller. And I cannot wait to read book 4 of the King and Maxwell series, titled The First Family. That's going to be good. Can't wait for that. I'll probably get that off Amazon. But anyone who has not read David Baldacci yet, and you want a good series to read, definitely check out the King and Maxwell series. Start with Split Second, then go to Our Game, then go to this one, and then obviously the rest of the series. And you will not be disappointed with it. The pages fly by, the action's great, the character development is really good, especially in here in regards to Michelle. So that's my non-spoiler review, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And this is 1984 Terminator here, guys. When I finish my next book, which is The Cry of the Haldean by Robert Ludlum, I'll give you guys a book review on that. And this is 1984 Terminator here. I'll catch you guys later.